safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.
Nikuwe na Nisani kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus niko niwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee. Soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to get into the political field. Sijajua bado.
Kila Alhamisi saa 1:30 kuendelea.
Join us on a journey through the concrete jungles and rising skylines, where every beam, every nail tells a story of progress and vision.
In every aspect of life, you know, you have to look at several dynamics.
From groundbreaking.
Nowadays with the tech, you can check on different websites or you check online and you can see some inspiration. So at least that one would be a direction already. I'll know like what kind of style you're going for.
To finish on top.
It's an honor to bring you news on this beautiful and special day. Happy Women's Day to all the women in this world, and as well appreciating the men for making us the best of women. It's time for news now. It's good that you could join us at this very point. We have so much lined up for you, but first, the highlights.
Top on News Now. President appoints 16 women as ambassadors and deputy ambassadors as Kenya joins world in marking International Women's Day.
Kwa sababu ya heshima ya kina mama wa taifa letu la Kenya, leo asubuhi nimewapatia kina mama 10 kuwa mabalozi wetu katika nchi mbalimbali ya dunia, na vile kuwapatia kina mama wengine 6 deputy ambassadors kama pia heshima ya siku hii ya International Women's Day.
And major changes in the military as President William Ruto promotes Major General Charles Muriu to the rank of Lieutenant General and Vice Chief of the Defense Forces, among other changes. Interior CS Kithure Kindiki orders the transfer of officers who have served for over 3 years in one station as the war on illicit brew escalates.
This is a timeless operation. It has no time frame.
Yes, it is time for news now. My name is Linda Alela, and of course we begin with this beautiful story where President William Ruto has announced the appointment of 16 women as ambassadors and deputy ambassadors to various countries across the world. Of the 16 appointments, 10 will serve as ambassadors, while the remaining 6 will be deputy ambassadors. And the president, who was speaking in Embu County, that is during the International Women's Day celebrations, said that the appointments are in honor of the contribution of women in the leadership of the country.
Kwa sababu ya heshima ya kina mama wa taifa letu la Kenya, leo asubuhi nimewapatia kina mama 10 kuwa mabalozi wetu katika nchi mbalimbali ya dunia, na vile kuwapatia kina mama wengine 6 deputy ambassadors kama pia heshima ya siku hii ya International Women's Day. And I am saying this as part of the celebration of this International Women's Day in Embu. This morning, I have appointed 10 more women as ambassadors in different parts of the world, and another 6 deputy ambassadors in recognition of the contribution of women to the leadership of our nation. Vile vile, ningependa kuwaambia kina mama, hawa kina mama viongozi, imesemekana pale nyuma kwamba ile kazi mwanaume anaweza kufanya, mama anaweza kufanya zaidi. What men can do, women can do better.
Well, congratulations to the ladies. May they continue to carry our flag high. Now, President William Ruto has made changes in the military, appointing new commanders for the Army and the Navy. And the new changes taking effect today and, of course, made in line with the Kenya Defence Forces Act. The President promoted Major General Charles Mureru Kahariri to the rank of Lieutenant General, appointing him Vice Chief of the Defence Forces. Lieutenant General Mureru successes Lieutenant General Jonah Maina, whose term has ended after 42 years in service. Also promoted was General David Kimaiyo Tarus, who's the rank of Lieutenant General and appointed as new commander of the Army, or the Kenya Army, taking over from Lieutenant General Peter Bogonjiro, who served for 39 years. Before his appointment, Lieutenant General Taras served as the Deputy Army, that is commander. Also promoted was Major General Jameson Longiro to the rank of Lieutenant General and has designated him as the Vice Chancellor of the National Defence University of Kenya. Major General Longiro was the commander of the Kenya Navy. Promoted to was Brigadier Thomas Njoroge Nyagah to Major General and a new commander of the Kenya Navy. Brigadier Njoroge was previously based on commander at the Kenya Navy base in Manda. The changes, among others, were made on recommendations from the Defence Council chaired by Defence CS Aden Duale. Well, and certainly a clarification on David Kimaiyo Tarus. And away from that, International Cabinet Secretary Professor Kithure Kindiki has ordered the immediate transfer of all police officers who have served in one station for more than 3 years. Kindiki, who spoke, that is in Murang'a County, said that the move will remove internal sabotage within the force and conflict of interest, a move that will improve service delivery. The CS further reiterated their will to be on let up in the war against illicit brews and narcotics, telling public officers that engaging in the business to find alternative businesses. Kindiki further told politicians to stop politicizing the anti-narcotics and illicit alcohol campaign.
This is a timeless operation. It has no time frame, because for this kind of problems, even something like banditry, the reason why we've never made a lot of successes in the fight against banditry is because there is a problem, then there is an operation for 6 months, and then the officers retreat back to Nairobi. This time round we have said, just like the fight against terror is timeless, the fight against banditry is timeless. The fight against narcotics and illicit and toxic substances is also going to be timeless. It is perpetual. It will continue as long as the problem exists.
And Joseph Irungu, commonly known as Joey, will know his fate on Wednesday next week after the court adjourned his sentencing today. Lady Justice Grace Nzioka adjourned the matter, noting that submissions from the parties involved that could assist the court in its decision-making were filed late. The Defense Counsel have until Monday close of business to put in their response. So Joey was convicted of the murder of businesswoman Monica Kimani on February the 9th this year. Lady Grace Nzioka stated that the prosecution had adduced adequate evidence and proved beyond reasonable doubt that Joey indeed killed Monica. The sentencing ruling on Wednesday will bring a close to this case that has been on for 6 years.
We must put blame where it falls. And so when this file reached me yesterday at 4 p.m., the only document that was availed was a pre-sentence report. I did not have any other document for me to consider, to sit down, even if it was overnight, to prepare my judgment on sentence. I was made to understand the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution filed their submissions at 5:30 p.m. I have been made to understand that the victim's family council filed submissions this morning at 7, rather last night at 7 p.m. The only document from the accused points is a notice of change of advocate, and there are no submissions filed as at sitting here at this hour. So the question I would like all of you to answer to the hearing of the public and of course the good media here is, how is the court supposed to work when we are filing documents at the hours at which we filed? This matter has been rescheduled to the 13th day of March 2024.
Now, as the world commemorates International Women's Day, a group of women from Nairobi's Mathare area came together to celebrate and share their story of resilience as they recount their harrowing tales of different forms of torture, many being widows who lost their husbands to extrajudicial killings.
Tia mlango kubwa na Pangani. So hapo mahali ndipo walifika, alafu akashoot bwanangu. So kumshoot kukakuwa sasa na commotion. Sasa venye watu walisikia marisasi wakaanza kurusha mawe. Yani kakuwa tu ni vita kati ya polisi na watu wa kijiji wa Mathare. So watu walikuja kutoka mbali. Yani village, karibu village zote Mathare, Isili, barabara zikafungwa. Hiyo time nilikuwa na ball ya miezi 8 na wiki 2. Nilikuwa nimebakisha wiki 2 nijifungue. Mochari nilimuona na nikahakikisha ukweli amekufa. Alikuwa amepigwa risasi mingi. Juu mimi niliona risasi karibu 6, but alikuwa na mashimo juu hata mguu alikuwa amerusha mkono kwa mfuko, amebendisha mguu. Hapo pia palikuwa na risasi.
So hawa mama ukiangalia wamepoteza wale ambao wanapenda mabwana zao, ndugu zao, watu very close to them. Lakini nani huwahuzisha kwa mambo ya maisha? Wanapata uponyaji aje? How do they go on with their normal lives? So hilo ndilo swala nyeti. Na kwetu kama IMLU tuliona ni vizuri na tunakuanga na mipango kama hii ya kupatiana ushauri, kupatiana msaada kwa medical, kwa support kwenda kwa hospitali kupata matibabu, lakini sana ushauri.
All right. Government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura has assured Kenyans that the issue of passports is being resolved. Speaking during his tour of Konza Technopolis, Mwaura says that a task force is working on modernizing the government printer that is to enable them print the passports locally. Maura also addressed the concern of the Kenya police being flown to Haiti, saying it is important to help those who need assistance, adding that the country also benefited from outside forces coming in to help in restoring peace. Maura, who toured Konza City, also added that the Technopolis is one of the projects that the Kenya Kwanza government is monitoring to ensure its completion soon as possible. Also, Konza Technopolis, which is also known as Silicon Valley, aims to host home to over 180,000 Kenyans upon completion.
And if we did not take them to Haiti, it will not resolve all our security problems. So can we also be generous, because even here we benefited from other people who have donated their own men and women in uniform to come and guard our state of being. Kenya has done that before in Namibia, in Congo, many places through the KDF, the armed forces or the defense forces. So this is the police, and it has also been done before. It's just that this time round, because of the prominence of Kenya at the international circles, it is being politicized. That is something that is work in progress. There is an initial seed capital money of 500 million already given for modernization, and we hope that in the next financial year, we shall get the required about 3 billion or so that then we start producing our booklets locally. But also there are partnerships with the private sector that would also yield a faster result. Currently, as I may have said it before, we are expecting 100,000 booklets and 2 machines. I mean, the most important thing is that these are in the pipeline. I may need to confirm to you at a later date whether they have arrived, because they were supposed to be here by end of February. But then that is work in progress, and I'm sure you will see CS Kithure Kindiki launching that in due course.
Lack of employment for graduate engineers, among other concerns, have emerged as among major challenges that are affecting the industry in the country. The concerns have also become a major campaign point as engineers prepare to usher in a new leadership at the Institution of Engineers.
Having to work very hard to prove myself, and therefore I think I'm the right candidate. I am well matured, I'm seasoned. I have also a blend of professional experience, professional engineering experience, and I also bring on board corporate experience. Corporate experience is very, very important because you understand other aspects that enable your environment to thrive. And I'll talk about, for example, risk management. It's a very important aspect. Reputation. You must also be able to conduct our job in a way that protects our reputation, in a way that we have corporate governance structures in place, and even being able to motivate teams to be able to deliver. Yeah, our secretariat needs to be revitalized, because at the moment we have seen a lot of, let me say, some seasons of challenges, and we want to strengthen that particular secretariat so that they can be able to deliver a very ambitious strategic plan that we have crafted together through the effort of our partner, our strategic partner, who we hired, commissioned to prepare for us the strategic plan as a council. So we do need a very strong secretariat to run that, and that's why I'm saying corporate experience as well as professional experience is very important once you blend them, and that is what I bring on board. As a body of Institute of Engineers of Kenya, I'm going to spearhead that we actually work very, very hard to make sure that some of these policies and legal frameworks that surround, that govern even the way that we practice are improved. We continue to work with our strategic partners. We have the Engineers Board of Kenya with our strategic partners as far as regulation of the practice is concerned. And us as members, as course we are a very independent body. Ours is a membership welfare body that takes care of the welfare of engineers. So as far as the welfare of engineers is concerned, we are going to be open to any kind of partnerships and strategic alliances, and even working very closely with government, because there are certain things that we want government to do for us.
And police in Bangi, Migori County have nabbed a bang worth 20 million shillings at the Hispania border in Migori County, and of course said to be on transit from Tanzania. Speaking to the press at Hispania Police Post, Migori County Police Commander, that is Francis Ngule, said that the bang was being transported from Tanzania by a PSV vehicle. Ngule noted that the night raid was also successful following the arrest of 4 suspects, 1 Kenyan and 3 Burundians. However, he outlined that they are still in pursuit of 3 other suspects who escaped using motorbikes while investigations are underway. The arrest comes after a similar consignment was nabbed at Migori town earlier last month.
Cannot arrest a child and we leave the father. So even those people who are involved in this business, I'm telling you that your 40 days are almost. We are almost going for you, and we are coming to you. So as we catch up with you, you better reform and do other duties. Those people who are involved, I'm assuring that you are not away from our drag net. The other thing that I want to mention, yesterday in that Matata that we netted, we also arrested some foreigners who are in our country illegally, without any documents, and 5 of them we arrested from one of our neighboring countries, and we are arraigning them in court anytime soon.
We are joining hands with all people of goodwill. We are calling for the support of everybody, because basically what happens here is that Bangi or cannabis sativa is cultivated in our neighboring country, but it finds its market in Kenya. Much of the Bangi that is found elsewhere transits through Hispania border. We want to confirm that we will not sleep until we net all those that are doing this illegal business.
And the Matatu Owners Association, NTSA, and the police have embarked on a sensitization and road safety compliance exercise for Matatu drivers and conductors across the country through Matata Clinics instead of crackdowns during inspection exercise. The Matata Clinics are expected to provide a platform for NTSA and the police to conduct inspection of the PSV Matatu, as well as conduct a sensitization session to the Matatu drivers and conductors. While launching the exercise at Makongeni in Nairobi, Albert Karagasha, the president for Matatu Owners Association, called for adaptation or adoption of Matata Clinics, which will provide a harmonious environment for NTSA and the police while conducting the inspection for the PSV vehicles in the country. On the other hand, Dr. Andrew Kiplangat, the Director for Road Safety at NTSA, urged drivers to strive and comply with road safety measures so as to reduce accidents on the roads.
And today we've come here to join the MOA in this very good activity where they've organized a clinic, a maintenance clinic for PSVs around Nairobi. I understand that this program will run across the country, and we want to laud them for this very good exercise, because the intention is to ensure, besides sensitizing matatus or other PSVs, is to help them comply with all the PSV regulations.
Wanafanya wanasaidia sana. Na ningesema wa serikali kitu wanafanya wamesaidia sana. Hao wanafanya kila siku.
Tumekuwa tukihimiza wananchi wote ni kwa ajili ya ajali ambazo zimeongezeka. Watu wote wazingatie usalama, kwa sababu usalama inaanza na mimi na wewe.
And in sports, champions Cabras Sugar and Kenya Commercial Bank RFC face off in a Kenya Cup Rugby match day 11 at the Kakamega Showground on Saturday. And of course, this the last round of action before the quarterfinals plays off, and featuring the top 6 sides at the close of the regular season. This clash comes 364 days to the day that Cabras defeated Bankers 19-9 at the same venue to defend their top flight title. Cabras are in superb form this season and are perched at the top of the standings, while KCB occupy the second position on the table. And now Philip Ochola is the new chairperson of golf's new governing body, Kenya Golf Federation. Ochola was appointed during the federation's annual general meeting at Muthaiga Golf Club. That is on Thursday evening. The AGM was observed by the sports registrar, the vice president of National Olympic Committee of Kenya, that is Noke, and the director of sports, Jane, as well. Nzibo Babsa captured the position of vice chairperson. Chris Kinuthia was declared secretary, while Sami Itemere clinched the office of treasurer. Other members of the federation are Betty Mutua, Gregory Gadumbi, Eric Nyongesa, Sarah Huare, and Mukami Wangai. Kenya Golf Federation is the top organ which will run golf for both men and the women.